You want to own a house? Call the People's Agent now. Dominic F. Find the price to land the deal. Hey. My homeowner. Dominic F. The People's Agent. My homeowner. All the People's Agent.
Boom, boom, boom. What's going on, everybody? This is Dominic Epps, the People's Agent, A to Z, Atlanta Realty. And I'm coming to you all this evening for a quick, short, powerful, well, I don't know about if y'all may look at it as being powerful, but informative, educational video. All right, so today we want to talk about mortgage rates, okay? And I'm going to share with you what today's mortgage rates are. Now, it varies from state to state. And let me just go ahead real quickly and give you this disclaimer. All right, these mortgage rates are estimated by a third party using industry averages for owner-occupied properties and do not include refinancing options. Rates may vary based on availability and lender approval. Okay. Now, here's what's important when we are about to discuss mortgage rates. Mortgage rates, they adjust, they change every single day. And your lender will only lock in your interest rate when you are under contract. So, if you got pre-approved today for 300,000, okay, and your lender may give you an estimate of what your interest rate would be based on today. But what if it took you 2 months to go into contract on the property? Okay. Now, they may have to extend or whatever the case may be, but let's just say you go 2 months, you get under contract. They're going to lock you in based on what that rate is for that day. Now, if they lock you in prior to, I don't know that many lenders that would do that. Once you get under contract, you are going to be locked in to that rate. Okay. And if your closing takes a long time, now we got rate lock extensions and all of that good stuff. But let's look at if you were to buy a house in Georgia today for 300,000, and your credit score is between 700 to 719, let's look at what your rate is. On a 30-year fixed, 7.484%. 300,000, we're talking 3.5% down in the state of Georgia. 7.84%. And if you are one that say, hey, I want to pay this off in 15 years, give me a 15-year fixed instead of a 30-year fixed, you will be looking at a 6.672%. Okay. Now, as you can see, the rates have been declining. Okay. The rates have been declining somewhat, but they're not where they were in 2020, 2021. I have clients that were fortunate to get 2% interest rates. Okay. But what I will say is 20 years ago, if you just look at it, look at the charts, 20 years ago, rates were much higher, right? And then there was a dip, right? And then rates started to go back up again. So we are anticipating rates to drop sometime this year. So prayerfully, they will remain on a decline. But I've had clients last year that said, well, I'm going to wait until the rates reduce. So in 2022, they said, well, the rates are too high right now. And then it was 4%, 4 and 5%. And they said, I'm going to wait because the rates are too high. All right, cool. Now, while they're waiting for the rates to drop, guess what was rising? The rents. To pay rent, that continued to increase. So let me get let me call my amazing cousin here on the line, and hopefully she picks up. Boom! First ring. I love it. What's up, Lex? All right. So I got you live, Lex. So be careful what you say on the phone. No, I'm just joking. All right. So here's the thing, right? I'm talking about interest rates, and I'm going over, and I talk about after you tell me, because I haven't been here long enough, so I don't really know what the rental market is looking like, right?
Okay.
But if someone is looking to rent, let's start with an apartment first. Okay. An apartment, 3 bedrooms, and let's say they got 2 baths, right? A decent area, good area, because school districts mean everything. How much are they looking to spend?
You're looking at about $1,800 on the low end, but anywhere to like $2,100 for a good 3-bed, 2-bath apartment.
I said apartment, not house.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tell everybody I'm sorry. So for your apartment, you're looking at anywhere from 17 to 19 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment.
Ooh, 7 for an apartment?
For an apartment, yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So 17. Okay. All right. So what if it was an actual house? They got a single family home. What are single family homes renting for?
So not single family, but townhouse, you're looking at anywhere from like 19 to 2,000, and then that single family, you're probably looking at another $2,100 to $2,500.
Wow. Okay. So that's 3 bed. Now we're not talking 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms. We're talking 3 bedrooms. We're giving like.
We're not talking about basement. We're not talking about anything fancy.
Yep.
Just 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single family home.
Wow. So we're looking at about 2,500.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's real out here.
Yeah. And does that price tend to go up every year, or does it go down? Does it go down? Because everybody's waiting on interest rates to fall, right? So is the cost of rent, is it going down each year? Are landlords being, very nice and saying, well, you know what? Since you was here for a whole year, you didn't miss a payment, we're going to go ahead and reduce your rent next year by $200. Does that happen?
Never heard of it. If you can find a landlord like that, please let me know.
I'm not that landlord. I'll be honest. I'm not that landlord. But okay. All right. Thank you so much, Lex, for joining me today. All right, appreciate you. Love you much.
Love you too. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Wow. So if you are renting in the Georgia area, the price you're looking at for 3-bedroom, 2-bath townhome is $2,100. Now, that's a townhome. That's a townhome. Okay. But if you are looking to purchase a house, $300,000, your interest rate is 7.484. Your down payment is 3.5%. So that's $10,500. Okay. And let's estimate the property taxes is $4,328 for the year. And your homeowner's insurance, I'm going to put it at, let's say $1,500. Okay. So you got a nice premium, $1,500. Your monthly payment is $2,743. $2,743. Okay. Now, you may say, okay, well, that's more than $2,500. You're right. But this is for an actual home, a single family home, not an apartment, not a townhome, right? So what is my point? Okay, I understand that in every market, in every city, in everybody's situation is different. There are some people that actually prefer the rent, and that's fine. Thank you. Okay, because as landlords, we need tenants. Like, our business is nothing if we don't have tenants. So I commend those of you that are not only tenants, but you are great tenants, and you are treating the property as if it is your own. Let's go ahead and give you a round of applause. All right. Now, for those of you that's like, you know what? Here's the thing, though, because when I'm renting, I can't have these tax write-offs that come with home ownership. And because you are a business owner, you're like, man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but I can't write all this stuff out when it comes to my house because I don't own the property, right? And I know there's some technicalities when people may say, well, you really don't own the house until you never own. I'm not here for all of that. This is your house, right? This is your bank, by the way, and this is another conversation. But this is your bank, right? And so if today's market, let me pull it back up again, 7.484% on a 30-year fixed, 7.484% on a 30-year fixed, let's look at that in relation to the rent market and how the cost of rent is increasing each year. Also, this is money that you cannot get back. This is what I love about home ownership. It's because as you pay off your mortgage over time, for the most part, the value of your property is going to increase. So as the value of your property increasing and your mortgage payment or your mortgage balance is decreasing, you have something called equity. That is another conversation. That's another video. And we'll talk about how you can access that equity to do some big things. But there is no equity in renting. You cannot go to your landlord and say, hey, I've been renting here for 20 years and I have yet to pay you late. I have been paying you on time for the past 20 years. I would like to pull out some money. Give me at least $15,000 to go towards my small business or my child's education. You, sir, you, ma'am, that will not happen. Thank you so much. And I'm going to close this video by saying one of my greatest memories was Mother Mary, 75 years old, that purchased a property. 75 years old. This amazing Black woman was so excited to purchase a home at the age of 75. And you can do the math, all her life, adult life, she's been renting. Just imagine how many kids she sent to school, how many cars she paid for somebody else's family. And this is what she said to me, which was her reason for buying a house. I want to leave my daughter something when I leave here. Hey, y'all, that right there can't get no better than that, right? Because if something happens to you, the landlord is not going to just allow your children to stay in the house. So this is Dominic Epps, the People's Agent, A to Z Atlanta Realty. And you can give me a call, 470-629-9489, 470-629-9489. And looking forward to assisting you. Yes, we're hoping those rates to drop, but go ahead, let's get you pre-approved today so you can buy your house. Hey, man, I'm out of here. Peace.
If you want to own a house, call the People's Agent now. Dominic Epps. Find the price to land the deal. Hey. Dominic Epps, the People's Agent.